A lion drives into the hunt with intense pressure and commanding presence. Each surge pushes its target into moments of rising survival tension. When the timing aligns, it closes the distance with overwhelming control. Even competing predators struggle to hold their ground against such decisive advances. What allows a lion's hunting encounters to so often end with a clear display of dominance? In the wild, hyenas are known for their unpredictable, opportunistic behavior. Weighing around 140 pounds, they often move in groups to contest the structured order maintained by lions. This is a long-standing rivalry, deeply embedded in the survival instincts of both species. To assert dominance, lions frequently move in with intention, sending a clear message of control. When alone, a lioness tends to remain cautious against the numerical advantage of her opponents. However, when the pride is present, they quickly form a coordinated front, applying pressure and isolating individual hyenas to reduce resistance. Such encounters often occur when lions are defending their cubs or a recently secured food source. This opportunistic lifestyle allows hyenas to feed in the short term, but it prevents them from ever fully controlling the grasslands. The dynamic shifts entirely when a male lion appears, the most formidable presence for hyenas. Weighing nearly 3 times as much, he moves directly into the formation, forcing slower individuals to retreat. Within seconds, raw strength disrupts the disorganized group. The hyenas signal distress and quickly withdraw from the contested ground. This confrontation serves as a natural mechanism that helps maintain balance within the African ecosystem. Pressure from lions regulates the growth of spotted hyena populations, preserving the rhythm of the food chain. It reinforces a fundamental truth. Respect belongs only to those capable of defending their boundaries. Along the rivers of Africa, lions and crocodiles often meet at the boundary between land and water. At the murky edge, the crocodile is an ancient ambush specialist, creating constant pressure across the landscape. Any animal that loses focus can be controlled by jaws delivering around 3,700 pounds per square inch of force. However, this balance shifts as the dry season spreads across the grasslands. As the river recedes, crocodiles are forced onto land and immediately enter the range of the grassland's dominant predator. To defend their territory, lionesses coordinate a strong, unified push to drive the intruder away. They use multi-directional movement, powerful jaws, and sustained pressure to maintain control. Repeated, well-timed advances force the crocodile to constantly adjust. Once pushed away from the water's edge, its environmental advantage quickly diminishes. The encounter resolves with a clear outcome, favoring those that dominate the land. Afterward, the lions retain the food source and re-establish control of the space. When the rainy season returns, dry ground transforms into deep water once again. Lions must cross these rivers to continue their hunting paths. At that moment, the crocodile's ancient instincts re-emerge, waiting beneath the surface for the right opportunity. Yet the lion's natural agility and coordinated group movement help them navigate the danger. At the boundary between land and water, the strongest is the one who understands its own limits. African wild dogs are masters of strategy, with a hunting success rate reaching up to 80%. Through endurance running and coordinated formation, these 60-pound animals create constant pressure across the grasslands. Unlike the unpredictable approach of hyenas, wild dogs actively avoid the lion to preserve their strength. This forces lions to expend significant energy and patience if they want to close the distance. Knowing it cannot match long-distance speed, the lion relies on hours of concealment within dense cover. The most favorable moment often comes when the wild dogs are focused on sharing a catch and their formation begins to loosen. In that instant, a short but explosive burst turns stillness into sudden pressure. With a bite force of around 650 pounds per square inch, the lion quickly overpowers a slower individual at the edge, causing the formation to break apart. The encounter concludes with a clear outcome as the previous order is restored. Despite the risk and occasional loss of their catch, wild dogs rarely lose cohesion as they continue their path of survival. On the other side, the lion reclaims the prize and holds its dominant position. The controller of space once again reinforces its authority through strength and precise timing. In the realm of big cats, the leopard does not possess the most imposing build, yet it stands as one of the most complete survival specialists. It achieves remarkable feats by dragging prey twice its body weight up into branches dozens of feet high, a strategy that protects its hard-earned meal from ground-level scavengers. However, this solitary life comes at the cost of constant vigilance. When the leopard is focused on a hunt, its awareness can briefly narrow. This is when the lion uses the wind to its advantage, closing in silently before launching a sudden burst. If the leopard cannot reach higher ground within those critical 5 seconds, it faces overwhelming pressure. The presence of the grassland's dominant predator is always near, ready to turn the hunter into the one being pursued. Even in the trees, safety is never absolute. Young, agile lionesses may climb upward, pushing the leopard toward thinner outer branches. When escape options fade, a risky leap back to the ground can become the only path to survival. Leopards rarely choose direct confrontation unless forced into a one-on-one situation. Despite their boldness, they rely on swift retreat as their most effective advantage. In the end, lions are willing to surround and drive off competing predators. This is how dominance shapes the harsh order of the wild. In the wild animal kingdom, the cheetah stands as a symbol of speed, capable of accelerating to nearly 70 miles per hour within seconds. Although it lacks the muscular strength of a lion, it possesses a defining advantage: explosive sprinting speed. Rather than engaging directly, the cheetah relies on its signature ability to escape danger. However, peak speed always comes at a cost. After each chase, the cheetah reaches a state of complete exhaustion, often requiring at least 30 minutes to recover its breathing. In those quiet moments, awareness drops significantly. Just a brief lapse can turn a skilled hunter into a target, especially when a territorial male lion is nearby. This reflects a deeper lesson from nature. At the height of success, vulnerability can increase when caution fades. In a world shaped by survival, the true advantage belongs not only to the fastest, but to those who understand their limits after every pursuit. Hippos are among the most formidable animals in Africa's river regions. With bodies weighing thousands of pounds, massive jaws, and long canine teeth, they possess enough power to make many predators keep their distance. Lions usually do not choose adult hippos as a preferred target. The risk is enormous, and even one small mistake can completely change the encounter. Yet during periods of food scarcity, survival pressure may force the entire pride to consider more dangerous options. The opportunity appears only when a hippo moves away from the water, where it no longer holds its familiar advantage. At that moment, lions rely on speed, coordination, and pressure from multiple directions to search for weakness in the hippo's movement. But even on land, an adult hippo remains a tremendous challenge, and not every approach leads to the outcome the pride expects. In the wild, distance from water can sometimes determine the entire balance of power. For the hippo, it marks the line between advantage and disadvantage. For lions, it is a test of determination, careful strategy, and the limits of the pride under the constant pressure of survival. During the Great Migration, about 1.3 million wildebeest cross the Serengeti Mara ecosystem, creating one of nature's most enduring journeys. Although they rely on the strength of the herd, each individual is an exceptional athlete, capable of reaching speeds close to 50 miles per hour with extremely fast reflexes under pressure. When one animal falls out of step, a lion immediately tries to separate it from the herd. But the opportunity does not come easily. An adult wildebeest suddenly lowers its head, changes direction without warning, and uses a powerful shove to disrupt the lion's approach, forcing the predator to pause. Recognizing the resistance, the pride tightens its formation and drives the target toward the riverbank. Just as the wildebeest bursts forward, an experienced lion intercepts its path and successfully secures the opportunity. A lion's hunting success rate is often below 30% when hunting alone, and it increases mainly through coordinated pride tactics. This journey reinforces one rule: every mistake comes at the cost of an opportunity. In the end, steady patience remains the key to survival. A direct dive from high above completely shatters the stillness of the sky. The eagle folds its wings, accelerating rapidly and turning distance into a decisive advantage. Its flight path is calculated with precision, cutting off every possible escape route. The encounter unfolds in just seconds, where a single misstep belongs to the one below. Which creature is fast enough to evade such control from above? At the edge of open woodland, wild boar present a very different level of risk for the ruler of the sky. An adult can weigh around 200 pounds and accelerate to nearly 30 miles per hour. As a result, opportunity only appears when a young individual falls out of sync and drifts away from the group's tight formation. The moment a gap opens along the movement path, the eagle locks onto the target from a blind spot and moves in to secure the advantage. Deeper within the tropical canopy of South America, monkeys dominate a maze of dense branches. Many species weigh around 15 pounds, yet possess extremely fast reflexes and the ability to change direction constantly. For the harpy eagle, this encounter demands exceptional patience combined with broad physical control. The pace builds when a distracted individual lowers its guard, briefly exposing a critical opening. From above, the eagle descends in near silence, weaving through obstacles to pin down the target before the group can respond. The sequence concludes beneath the shaded forest canopy. Its ability to read terrain and command diverse spaces turns every movement into a refined biological advantage. In coastal marshlands, a flock of gray geese weighing around 8 pounds maintains a tight defensive ring to protect 8 young. The calm is quickly broken when a nearly 12-pound bald eagle drops in from above. The pace rises as the parent geese stand their ground, beating their wings with force to push the threat away. Instinct and coordination allow them to drive it back from the core of the group, if only for a moment. The dynamic shifts when a nearby group of wild ducks becomes disoriented in shallow water just a few feet deep. The eagle spreads its wings beyond 7 feet, quickly closing off the movement angles of a slower target. Repeated close approaches, combined with strong talons, allow it to maintain control throughout the pursuit. Even over cold water, its mobility advantage remains steady. With water-resistant plumage, the eagle turns the surface into a controlled hunting space. The sequence concludes as it demonstrates command over both sky and water. Across the marsh, waterfowl remain on constant alert for threats descending from above. In nature, lizards are cold-blooded animals, storing dense reserves of fat and protein while relying on relatively passive defenses. For an eagle, targeting a lizard often provides an efficient food source with less risk than facing many mammals. This imbalance shapes a clear and deliberate hunting strategy. In the morning, lizards often bask on sunlit rocks to absorb heat, when their muscles are still slow and their reactions not yet at full capacity. From above, the eagle uses sunlight to mask its approach. Once it locks onto a target, it folds its wings and dives with gravity, reaching speeds that can exceed 100 miles per hour. The momentum of the descent, combined with the grip of its talons, allows it to gain control quickly. With larger monitor lizards weighing around 10 pounds, resistance becomes more forceful. Powerful tail swings and strong pushes make prolonged close contact more risky. To manage this, the eagle uses its wingspan of over 6 feet to adjust position and lift the target off the ground. Once that support is removed, the reptile's ability to resist drops rapidly. The catch is then carried to a high perch or shaded area, bringing the aerial hunt to a close. Along remote river mouths, the art of fishing begins with patience and exceptionally sharp vision. Perched on a high branch around 60 feet above the water, the eagle constantly reads surface reflections, wind direction, and the movement patterns below. When the moment opens, a precise strike allows it to secure a fish weighing around 5 pounds near the surface, then lift it clear of the current. Here, success depends not on the strongest dive, but on the most accurate timing. The next generation begins its journey within the solid structure of the nest. Many large eagle species lay 1 to 3 eggs, maintaining close protection and steady care through the first 12 weeks of early development. Even after the first flight, the young continue to follow their parents, learning practical hunting skills for several more weeks. From water to sky, these abilities do more than sustain a single life. They carry forward the survival knowledge of an entire line of hunters. Mountain goats stand as masters of balance on steep, rugged cliffs. Their split hooves, lined with rubber-like pads, allow them to grip narrow ledges just a few inches wide. Strong shoulder muscles, combined with a body weight of around 300 pounds, enable jumps of up to 12 feet. For them, height is not a threat, but a natural stronghold that helps avoid predators like foxes or snow leopards. In the Italian Alps, an eagle scans for individuals feeding near the edge of a cliff. When the moment appears, it uses the wind to launch a sudden high-speed dive. Its talons, with gripping force around 400 pounds per square inch, secure the target in a critical instant. The advantage of elevation quickly turns into pressure, causing the animal to lose balance. Gravity then completes the outcome of the encounter in a matter of seconds. In another situation, a pair of golden eagles works together along a narrow path between two peaks. By drawing attention, they separate a young goat from its mother's protection. Precise coordination disrupts the defensive structure in a short window. However, not every approach succeeds, and experience remains the deciding factor in the final outcome. In the wild, eagles are found on every continent except Antarctica. With more than 60 species, they share the skies through a range of hunting strategies, from soaring high to observe. Weaving through forests to ambush, to approaching targets just above the water's surface. Their wings enable remarkable adaptability, allowing them to command a wide range of environments. In the air, they maintain a delicate balance, where mistakes rarely leave room for recovery. From the wind-swept hills of the Mongolian steppe, the golden eagle dominates the sky with powerful wings. When it spots a lone red fox, it drops like an arrow through the air. The encounter unfolds in a flash, as the fox relies on agility to evade the talons by inches. In the moment the fox shifts direction, the eagle instantly adjusts its trajectory and locks onto the target. Far from the steppe, the setting shifts north to the valleys of Siberia, where new challenges emerge. Here, the eagle faces a gray wolf in a far more tense standoff. The aerial hunter avoids direct contact, instead lowering its altitude repeatedly to apply pressure. The encounter becomes a test of patience between two skilled predators. Beyond the frozen frontier, in the forests of Alaska, the balance shifts again at a bald eagle's nest. A mother grizzly climbs upward, pressing into the area. The eagle responds with short, controlled dives aimed near the head, prompting the larger animal to change direction. The treetop standoff concludes with both sides holding distance, each preserving its advantage. Beneath the open sky, the eagle hunting snakes emerges as a formidable natural rival to the reptile world. Its opponents include venomous snakes over 6 feet long, equipped with rapid reflexes and highly potent venom. Yet nature has equipped the hunter with thick scales on its feet and protective feathers along its legs. This specialized structure significantly reduces the risk from defensive strikes. Once a target is detected, the eagle surges in speed with a sudden dive from a blind spot behind. The pace lifts as it extends powerful legs, securing the head where the venom is concentrated to limit any response. If the snake is too large, it uses its strong wingspan to lift the target off the ground. This decisive approach removes a critical point of support, reducing the risk of the snake wrapping around its body. Beyond land terrain, sea eagles also develop refined hunting behavior along coastal regions. They wait patiently, focusing on sea snakes when they rise to the surface to breathe. Precision in timing allows them to maintain an advantage even against dangerous opponents. At the far edge of the survival race, only those with true resilience hold the highest ground. Lions rely on decisive action to preserve their place at the top of the wild. It is not only strength, but the instinct to read each moment and respond at the right time. If you want to follow more journeys in the wild, consider liking and subscribing. On the distant horizon, that presence remains a lasting symbol of authority.